Welcome to another episode of Math Snacks with Miss Lovely and Miss Wonderful. Do 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 do. Oh no, that doesn't work. What am I doing wrong here?
Miss Wonderful,
Maybe I need to make them shorter.
what are you doing?
Well, you know Halloween time's almost here, and I'm trying to make my jack-o'-lantern. And I'm trying to put a nose on him. And then I got to, of course, put eyes and everything else. But I'm having a problem with getting my things to connect. My noses to connect.
And
Hey, maybe I get it. Oh, close.
Close.
Oh, close.
I suppose you're trying to make a triangle.
Yes, of course. Have you seen jack-o'-lanterns without a triangle nose?
Well, no, not very often. But that
see,
doesn't. You're not using the
I'm
right length.
getting kind of frustrated here.
Well,
Any ideas?
Well-
I've tried all of these.
well, why
Miss
not use
Lovely.
why not use the property of triangles, the length of the sides?
I have
to
no
figure out-
idea what you're talking about, woman.
Well, let's see if we can figure it out together. I think that if I give you a few lengths of the wiki sticks that you're using that are cut to maybe different lengths, you'll be able to figure out what you have to know about the property of triangles.
And will that help me make my jack-o'-lantern?
I bet that when we're done, you'll be able to make a good jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready to hear then.
Okay, well, I've cut some pieces of the wiki sticks, and the reason I chose wiki sticks was because they would stick down to the mat and we'd be able to see better. And so you've got one that's 3 inches, and then here's
I'm
one.
going to double check
Okay,
it.
and I hope I got them close to being accurate.
3 inches.
3 inches.
Yeah, close.
Okay, and then one that's 4 inches.
Well, it's definitely longer than the 3-inch one.
And then one that's 5 inches.
Okay.
And I want you to try to see if you can put those together and form a triangle.
Well, let's see. They're a lot bigger than the pieces I was working with. That might help me.
Well, we might even be able to cut those shorter ones so that they'll work as well. Just rearrange just a little, and looky there. I bet if you
Just a minute.
Stick
I
'em-
don't quite have it yet.
stick it down to the paper a little bit so they'll stick. There you go.
Ta-da!
3, 4, and 5 worked perfectly. How about if we record that?
Okay.
3 inches,
This was 3 inches.
and then the green one was 4
I'm going to do
inches.
that a little bit.
Okay,
And this is 5 inches.
and that did make a triangle. We were happy about that.
Yay!
weren't we? Okay,
That makes me happy.
cool.
Now what are we going to try?
We're going to try a 3 if you'll keep the blue one.
3.
And then we'll take another blue one, which is also 3.
3.
And this time I'm going to give you a 7-inch.
3.
Wiki stick.
Wow, that thing's really long.
It is long.
It's like 2 of these put together. Okay.
Let's see if you can arrange those 3 so that they make a triangle.
Okay. I'm going to make this my base.
Okay.
There. Oh no, this isn't working either.
Why doesn't that one work?
Well,
What happens?
maybe I just need to rearrange it.
Okay.
You try.
See if you...
I need to get them closer to each other.
Okay.
They're not going to be close enough, though, are they?
No, I don't think they are.
Even if I lay them down really flat, which would get them the closest,
Uh-huh.
they still aren't going to touch.
They still aren't going to touch. So if you... How about if we record that on the other side of your paper, that a 3, 3, and 7 didn't work?
Okay.
And you could draw it like you did just a second ago with the flat, or that.
3, 3, 7.
And we ended up with that gap, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
That one
It
didn't
doesn't work.
How
Okay.
about if we try a 3 and our 5 that you had earlier? There's a 5, and
Here's
you keep
a
a blue
3.
3, and keep your 7 this time, your big long one.
Okay. 3, 5, 7. Maybe it's because that was a base. Maybe I need to turn that so it's not a base this time.
Okay,
I'm going to make it a side.
okay.
5. Okay, now it looks too short, but let me try moving them in.
Okay. I think you've got the hang of that now, that if you just keep... Oh, looky there. 3, 5, 7.
Ta-da!
That big long one worked, didn't it?
It did. I'm going to record that over on the happy side.
Okay.
3, 5, 7
was a happy triangle.
was a happy triangle.
Let's try one more. Keep your 7 and your 3, and this time I'm going to give you a 4.
Okay.
3, 4, and 7.
3, 4, and 7.
If 3, 5, and 7 worked, let's see if 3, 4, and 7 will
Oh, I'll
work.
try the same thing I did there.
Okay.
Let's go 7,
All right.
and let's put the 4 down here. That actually is like a right triangle. Ta-da!
Is that a triangle?
Sure. Well, if we cut that little piece off, it would make it a better triangle.
Well, but we don't get to cut that little piece off.
Well, maybe
So-
I just need to move them closer.
It has to touch the vertices.
Maybe I just need to get closer.
Okay.
Come on. Stretch in there.
Don't. Now, you might actually stretch these wiki sticks. You better be careful. Because 3, 4, and 7 should... It still doesn't quite touch, does it?
It doesn't. If I kept moving them down, they would. Look.
But look, then they would be flat next to each other.
Then they kind of make parallel lines, but they don't make a triangle.
They don't make a triangle. Okay,
So-
so 3, 4, and 7.
I'm going to do 7. And then I'm going to do, here was my 3. And here was my 4. Made a line, but not a triangle.
Not a triangle.
Oh.
Okay, so if we look at the examples of what does work and make a triangle, and what does not work and won't make a triangle, can you come up with any type of theory there?
If I go back to this one, and I kept getting them closer and closer, I mean, even when I laid them down flat, I had like 3 here,
Uh-huh.
and I had like 3 here,
Right.
making it the flattest triangle I could make it. I still had a gap here,
You're right.
and same thing happened. Here they were actually the same, but not enough to make any kind of an angle.
Right. It was just
Because
a straight
the
line.
length was too much like this length, and this length was shorter than this length.
Okay. Look at these two compared to your base here. Your 3 and your
3 and 4 make 7.
Uh-huh.
So if these were inches,
Uh-huh.
this would be like 7 inches, and this was 5.
Right.
So these were actually greater than that one.
Right.
And let's see if that's true here. Oh. But this isn't my base is here.
Well, but could this be your base if you
I could
turn it around?
I could turn it around.
Your
like that.
longest could be your base there.
Okay.
So what do your 2 other side lengths
So
add up to there?
3 plus 5 gives me 8. And 8 is greater than 7.
You're right.
Cool.
So now what do you know about the side lengths of triangles?
I know that 2 of the side lengths has got to be the total distance or measurement of them has to be longer than the third side.
You are right. So I bet if you went back to your jack-o'-lantern now and cut your lengths of your wiki sticks, you could actually come up with a nose.
Well, let me see then. Let me measure. If this one is 1.5 and this one is about 1/2, that equals about 2.
Right.
So my other wiki stick has to be greater than 2.
You're right.
So this one's way greater than 2. Well, that won't work.
That
I'm
won't-
thinking backwards again. It has to be, these two have to be greater.
That's right.
So I need a shorter one.
Shorter piece.
Shorter than, what'd I say, 1.5?
Shorter than 2.
Shorter than 2. So if I take this one and like chop it off here. Miss Glovely, you have any scissors?
Here they are, right here.
And I chop that off shorter than 2 because those side lengths have to be greater. I'm going to put this down as my base. And now, ta-da!
You made the nose.
I made the nose. And now I'll know what to do to make the eyes. And then I can draw my jack-o'-lantern teeth down here.
Yowza, that's going to be one scary jack-o'-lantern.
It's almost Halloween time. Are you ready with your trick-or-treats, Miss Glovely?
I'm going to be.
Okay, I'll come to your house and you can give me a trick-or-treat.
Okay.
Thank you for joining Miss Glovely and Miss Wonderful for another episode of Math Snacks.